Why do you look like you are sitting in a frozen fog bank in the video? Because the lens was fogged over on that video. And also because I was trying out a new place to stop and get out of the rain. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of locations that are corporate biased based buildings remove any overhangs or anything else you could hide under in the city of Portland, Oregon, in the state of Oregon, that we're soaking in, because it encourages people not to be outside. Nobody should judge waptek. I don't understand why people ask you why you stay in Oregon. They must think you can just hop in a car and drive to other states, but if it's not that easy, a couple years ago we were going to move there, but I don't want to move that far away from my sons. I just want to say thank you for sharing your ideals and ideas on the Delphi case and everyday life. I appreciate that. I thank you very much. Now I must say something terrible and shocking. Everybody judges everybody. I'm kind of used to it at this point. But I have more contacts here. I have more, I'm part of the community. I have ties to the community. Going somewhere I don't have ties to the community is an immediate indication that I'm a drifter. It's part of the reason that kind of thing has an effect on you. Well, if you're on disability, I don't know how it works to transfer that you can get free rent easily in small towns. Okay, there's a myth or mythology that a 50-year-old white male with no children to take care of can get free rent housing. That is literally not true. I'm not on disability. I don't have a disability that would qualify me that way. The rule on getting a place to live, there's lots of women who are homeless here. You have to claim to be a battered woman because they will help you. A battered man, I found out, cannot be. I was assaulted by my now ex-wife to the point of a hospital visit. Butcher knives work. So, no, being a middle-aged white man means you cannot get any help here. If you are of color, there are some groups of people that help you because you're part of a minority group. I'm not trying to sound like a white nationalist, yada yada. It's just that literally I was told this by them. You're not going to get any help because you're an able-bodied white male between the ages of, I think they said 25 and dead. Is the actual quote. But he said 25 and, well, dead. Yeah, 25 or 26. I forgot what it was. It was at the time. And the other thing about this is assistance for food and utilities. I've done that for the food. Utilities, they basically say no. You have to literally go to the low-income housing route. What they do is they, on paper, have you move into a place that's grossly overcharging, driving up the prices for everybody else's rent. Have the government pay for it. And then after a period of time, you're kicked out because you couldn't find another place to live. And you're not mentally ill, emotionally screwed up, drugged, whatever. You have to actually show a criminal history almost. And I'm not saying almost, I mean literally. There has to be some significant disability or effect on society and safety of the you basically have to be a criminal. I don't mean to say easy. I know it's not easy to get a new place. I'm a recovering opiate addict and used to fear being homeless. I just care. Thank you very much for your comments, and I appreciate them. Also, while I was a full-paying dues member of society and running a business, I lived in an apartment building where I was in fear for my life every few days because somebody would come unglued because they were in there because they got low-income housing in the place. It was the cheapest place in town, so I lived there. And the police flatly refused to arrest somebody who threatened to hurt me. So I made it to where he wasn't able to hurt me anymore by simply, I put a hydraulic jack against the door and kept squeezing until his arm didn't work anymore. And then I called the police. And then when they showed up, they're like, it's not broken, but he can't hurt you with it, apparently. And I'm like, yeah, because it wasn't just one arm, it was both. And I got the gun out of his hands. I have had only a couple of assault attempts where I camp, because it's literally a place that you just don't know is back there. It doesn't look like there's a space back there to be, unless you look at it on a map or from satellite views. And even then, I accidentally stumbled on it because I was trying to find someplace to go, and I was literally so desperate I was willing to go crawl under a downed log. It was that bad of a day. I was homeless, camping other places. I went under there and I found this oasis. It's beautiful. And ever since then, I paid my dues because everybody in town knows, well, people who have to go up there, there's 10 people, everybody, knows that I'm there. I literally make sure invasive plant species can't live there, and I make sure that nothing gets stolen from the industrial area right nearby. Because apparently there's a rumor going around that there's a Bigfoot up there. So anyway, next. I had no idea of your situation. I admire how you don't constantly bitch and whine about it. Oh, I do. I just don't tell anybody. I mutter about it. Mutter. I know people that would never stop whining if they had to deal with having only one bathroom. I was one of those people once. I will never be that kind of person again. I truly hope you find a place in life that not only will you have a roof over your head, but your health improves. I have become so durable, which I wasn't before, that honestly, if I just had a place, just a chunk of dirt I had power over so I could put a building on it, my health would improve dramatically. But I would still have to go in for medical treatment eventually. That is something also that you cannot get low cost in this country anymore. Not even with Obamacare. Nobody wants to help you with that. Because that's expensive, because it's artificially inflated by a system that's been created here that really makes some people very, very rich. I literally need work done to my teeth. I know how to do this work. I actually helped. I was an assistant. I got to work on cattle, horses, dogs, whatever. I know how to do dental work. I can't do it on myself. You can't do dentistry on yourself. Nope, you just don't. I managed to maintain my teeth for 5 years. I've been homeless off and on for almost 10. Next, the rest of my anatomy, I know for a fact I know I can't work on, because that's open leg surgery, shoulder, and I really am afraid to get an x-ray. But anyway, here we go. Are you ever harassed by law officers? No. I was harassed by a bureaucrat that put on his uniform that he hadn't worn maybe twice in his entire time working in a quasi-police environment, while the person who really did the work stood there and rocked back on his heels and looked at the ground and did not want to make eye contact, and came back by later and said, okay, he's done his bit for the year so he can claim that he caught somebody camping. You can camp here all you want to. You just can't do it for about a week. Come back. We'll keep him away from you. And I asked him, what are you going to do? And he's like, he's a politician. He'll get fired in a few weeks. He'll do something stupid, they always do. He came back less than that. Okay, you can do whatever you want to. He knew where I was camping. Police, on the other hand, asked me, did you see somebody suspicious up here? While I'm standing there putting my tent away. And half the police have either coffee or lunch with me, depending on which coffee shop I've gone to. I've learned to do that because I learned to get very comfortable around police officers. Next, I don't for a minute think that a police officer, if they were properly primed to be scared of me, wouldn't be a danger to my life. Because they're taught to treat everybody as a danger to theirs. They need to be taught better. But I haven't been harassed by police officers. I had one police officer say, oh, we know we can find some record on you. And I'm like, okay, here. This is when I was living indoors and running a computer shop and working for the city of Portland through the LLC that I'm not going to give you the name of, managing their database. So he's like, who do you think you are? I'm the guy who runs your database, Fred. Remember yesterday? Oh, yeah, I'm banning you from the network. You can't run anything. You're going to have to do paper reports by typewriter. Welcome to the hell I can give you. So yeah, that's the only time I've ever had a cop try to push me around on that. The other time was local cops 12 miles that way who didn't want to tell me which way was east, west, or north because I simply didn't know which way it was because I was in a part of the county that I didn't know that. They told me to go in the wrong direction. And another set of police officers said, can you describe the idiot cop that told you that? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And they get on the phone. Yeah, you're driving him back to Portland. He got stuck out here because the buses stopped running. You're endangering his life. And you're on report. And the police officer looked dead straight ahead, acted like the best cab driver on earth. I asked him if he wanted a coffee, and he said, get out of my car or I will literally scream at you. And they're like, I don't know how that would... Okay, fine, I get out. And he never saw him again. Because he's a jerk. Anyway, that's about it. The only other times I've had to deal with police is when I had authority over them. I miss those days. Maybe I could. No, I'm sure they changed the passwords by now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.